This is the Baby Master PT live Q&A where you send in your questions to me and I answer them live on the air. So today's question is from a concerned parent. The question reads, "Hi Charek, my baby is 10 months old and isn't crawling yet. From the beginning, she preferred being on her back and didn't enjoy tummy time. Currently, she's able to pivot and push her chest up with her arms. She can stay seated and can seat herself with a little help. She is very active with her legs and loves to kick, but whenever we try to put her on all fours, she hates it. When she's on her tummy, her legs stay in a frog-like position. I would appreciate any tricks or advice you have for this situation." All right, so let's get into it. We're going to start right where baby is. As you've heard me say before, we have to start where our baby is. So we're going to put baby on her tummy. Baby is able to tolerate being on her tummy, and she's also able to pivot, which means the baby can push herself up on her forearms like this, and she can pivot side to side while reaching for toys, pivot around on her tummy. Now, when she's on her tummy, she puts her legs in a frog-like position. It means that she positions her legs like that. Now, more than likely, baby bends her knees a little bit like this. Notice the angle of the legs. So one of the first things that a parent can do, if this little one is on the ground and she's playing, give baby a toy that's just outside of her reach and cue baby to go ahead and get the toy. She's in the frog-like position. If you take your hand and just put your hand directly under baby's foot and give baby something to push off of, baby can push and slide herself forward as you are putting your hand under her foot. Now, that's the first thing you can do. Using both legs or cueing baby to move both of her legs at the same time, move both of her legs together, will allow the stronger leg, whichever leg is stronger, to help with the weaker leg. So that's the first place I would encourage this parent to go ahead and start from. Now, once baby is able to do this with their knees bent slightly, I would encourage the parent to go ahead and increase how much they bend the knee and cue baby to continue to crawl forward while the parent is putting their hands on their baby's feet and allowing baby to push off of the parent's hands with her feet. Then the next activity the parent can do is do each leg individually. Bend one leg, put your hand underneath it, and give your baby something firm to push off of as baby is moving forward, trying to reach the blocks, the toy, whatever it is the baby is trying to reach. Now, the parent also reported that the baby hates being on their hands and knees. The hands and knees starts off with a lot of tummy time, and baby eventually starts pushing up onto their forearms, getting the forearms up off the ground. So that's where we're going to start. We can start there by bringing baby. I like to encourage parents to do this. Sit with your back up against the couch so that you are comfortable. Take your baby, seat baby so the baby is playing with you, baby is comfortable, baby is happy and content, and put baby over your leg like this so that baby's body is upright and over your leg. Now notice where I'm starting. I'm starting with baby's arms right close to my chest so that baby's chest is actually on my leg. Baby looks up. Baby has the toy the baby is reaching for and playing with. And now baby doesn't have to take a whole lot of her body weight in this position as she's bringing her arms up to go ahead and play with the toy. As baby gets stronger, as baby's neck muscles get stronger, her back muscles get stronger, her chest, her arm muscles are all getting stronger as she's playing in this position. You can do a couple of different things simultaneously. One, you can bring those knees in so the baby's knees are under her hips like this, so the baby is bearing some of her body weight through her knees just a little bit, because most of her body weight is actually resting on your leg. Another 10 months, your leg winds up being like the perfect height to give baby a little bit of cushion to where baby can take a little bit of her body weight on her knees and on her hands. As baby begins to develop the confidence and capability and those muscles start getting stronger, here's what I want you to do. Move the toy slightly further and see if you can move baby's body a little bit off to where baby is now responsible for a little bit more of her trunk. There are a couple of tips that I'm going to give you that you can use with this position. One, put your hand on baby's tush so that you can push down on baby's bottom and use your leg as a bit of a fulcrum. And if baby starts to get tired, you will notice a couple of things might happen. If baby is going to get tired and fall or collapse out of this position, her elbows, she's more than likely to break at the elbow. And so you'll notice the elbows will break, the head will go down, and baby will pop her head down on the ground like that. If baby does this, you don't have to abandon the entire activity. You can simply put your hand on baby's bottom, press down, and that'll bring baby's head back up, bring those arms into position, and baby is going to go back to putting her arms flat on the ground, bearing her body weight, and now baby is doing a plank, and then you gradually let it go and see if baby can stay in this position. If baby is able to stay in that position, even if you need to give baby a little bit of support at each elbow, if you could take 2 fingers, put your fingers just outside of baby's elbow, just so that shoulder and elbow stay straight. Notice where my forearm is. My forearm is on baby's back so that I can do both of those simultaneously. I can give baby a little bit of support at the elbow while pressing down with my forearm on baby's back so that baby is really not doing a whole bunch of heavy work in the beginning. As she gets stronger and more capable of maintaining this position, I am going to see if I can gradually shift baby's entire body down so that she is off of my foot, shift her down onto my lower leg so that there's actually a little bit of space in between there, and baby is now up on hands and knees, and I can just take my fingers and kind of trap the knees in this position. If she begins to fuss, I can bring her back over my thigh, I can comfort her, rub her head, we can go back to reaching for a toy and continue to play around with this position where you gradually introducing the hands and knees position to this baby who really does not like being on her hands and knees. If you just plunk her down on the floor on hands and knees and try to walk away, she's going to be upset. She's going to cry. This is a much more inviting, engaging type of approach to it. It's a much softer approach. So that's the first thing. Another thing about babies who have spent a lot of time on their backs, mom mentioned that this baby likes to kick her legs. Baby legs are active, baby likes to kick her legs, but more than likely, baby's lying on her back as she's doing all this leg kicking because she's not bearing any body weight on her legs. So you can come, if I say it once, I've said it 1,000 times, start where your baby is, come, sit on the ground, baby's laying there, kicking her legs in the air. You take the legs and start playing with baby's legs. Start bicycling the legs just to get the knees bending, get the hips flexing, get the hip joint moving, get the knee joints moving. Babies who don't like to be on their hands and knees, a lot of times they typically do not like to bend their knees. And their legs are also weak. I'm suspecting that this baby probably does not tolerate her body weight standing upright very well. That if mom holds baby and puts her upright, she probably starts to collapse. So what we want to do, if a baby is not able to bear their body weight in an upright position, start where baby is. Baby likes to hang out on her back, likes to play on her back. No problem. We're going to play on your back. We've got a little something for you. Start with the bicycling, like I said, and then bend both knees slightly. Not too much. I don't want you to start off with a full knee bend where you're going all the way up to baby's tummy like this. You're going to start off here. Why are we starting off here? Because it's much easier for baby to do this than it is for baby to do that. So baby can straighten her legs from here quite easily. It's not that difficult. Boop. And what I want you to practice doing is push. Give baby some pressure through her legs. I'm holding both legs. Give baby some pressure in that direction towards baby's body, towards baby's hips, so that baby is feeling some pressure as you're straightening the leg. As you're straightening the leg, you notice that the body is able to slide backwards because as I'm pulling the leg straight, I'm actually giving her some pressure moving towards her body. And this cues baby to begin to accept some weight and do some weight bearing through the hip joint, the knee joint. And baby will begin to get the idea that I should push my legs backwards against mom. Here's a caution, if you want to call it that. The first time you try this, baby's not going to know what it is that you want her to do. She's not fully engaged with it as yet. Even though you're telling baby push, the first couple of times you do it, nothing's going to happen. It's going to feel like it's not working. Trust me, stick with it. It will work eventually. As you continue and baby begins to get the idea of what it is that you want her to do, and she starts to push against your arm a little bit, after a while, you'll be able to bend the knees and just hold them there. If she doesn't slide yet and you're telling her push and she's not doing it, just straighten the knees a little bit. And then eventually she'll get the idea and she will push and you will just be keeping your hands firm, not moving your hands. You're just giving her a firm surface to push off of. And eventually she will get it. Once baby is able to do both legs together, that's why I suggested we start with both legs together. Then we go to up the ante a little bit. What we're doing is we're moving and progressively making the activity a little bit more challenging each time. And so then we're going to do one leg at a time and cue baby to push with one leg and then switch, push with the other leg, switch and push. And if you can do 5 to 10 on each leg, that is plenty. And you pause the play session, the exercise play session is over. The next time you're changing baby's diaper, you can do another set of 10. I don't want this to turn into, oh my goodness, we're going to do a physical therapy exercise session on the floor. You're just hanging out, you're just playing, you're just having a good time. Baby starts to get frustrated in one position. We have other positions. We are going to go ahead and switch. You can switch, bring her up into sitting, put her to sit on your lap, give baby a hug, comfort her. Once baby is calm and baby is playful again, you can give baby something to hold on to. Let baby hold on to the blocks, hold on to one of the blocks, and you quietly take those legs, put her feet under her knees, and just lean her trunk a little bit forward. Now, guess what? Baby is fully loaded in a pre-squatting position and ready to squat. Take one hand, put it on baby's back. Take the other hand, put it across baby's chest. Hold baby, support baby so you're comforting her, and bring her upwards a little bit. Just pick her up slightly, not all the way. And what you're doing is you're cueing her to see if she can complete it and straighten her legs all the way. And now what you've just done is a mini kind of a quarter squat. As baby gets stronger, we'll start off from being up high and we'll keep coming down lower and lower until we have baby sitting on our leg and baby is in a fully preloaded squat position. Now, here's what might happen. Baby stands up and baby does not want to bend her knees, and so she stiffens her knees. What do you do at that point? Here's a pro Baby Master PT tip. Bend your knee, bring your foot up so that your foot touches the bottom of her tush. So bend your knee, bring your foot up so that your foot is under her bottom. That'll cue her to sit down on your leg, and then you bring her back down. If you put your hands on her feet, you'll keep the feet pinned to the ground. The feet are stable. The knees are going to be in the perfect position. The feet are under the knees. Baby's body's lean forward slightly because that's what you want. And now we're ready to go again. We can sit here and relax for a little bit, take a breather, and then try again. Another way to do this exercise, do some more squatting over baby, over your leg, will be to position your leg straight out in front of you. Put baby to stand in such a way that one of baby's feet are on either side of your leg. And then you could have baby sit on your lower leg. What you're going to do is, again, make sure that baby's feet are under her knees. And once baby is in this position, you're good to go for another set of squats. You can support baby around her trunk initially. Then you can hold baby's hands and have baby pop up and down. And now you're just squatting, but you're playing while you're having a good time as you're exercising. So now, once you've done these pre-crawling activities and you strengthen baby's legs, you have done the commando crawling, you've done the pivoting. Now we're going to try to see if we can sneak in and address this whole notion of not liking to be on hands and knees. So here's what we're going to do. If baby is on her tummy and she has her legs in her little frog crawling position, what we can do is do a couple of different things. We can use a toy like this and just physically take baby, put baby to kneel in what's called the tall kneeling position. Put baby to kneel, put her hands on the toy, and let baby stay and play in this position. As baby's playing here with the toy, you can bring baby back so that baby's bottom comes back onto the top of her heels, and that's called the short kneeling position, and move from short kneeling to tall kneeling, short kneeling to tall kneeling. Do that about 10 to 15 times. This is a fantastic way to strengthen baby's buttock muscles, upper thigh muscles, and get baby in the groove of doing this activity. Once baby is able to do this, we can go ahead then and transition baby to a lower toy. Take our hands, bring baby back on baby's bottom back onto her heels in this position, and just trap her here. I like to use my feet to trap baby's feet and trap baby in this position. Some babies, you'll notice the legs will splay outwards to the side when you're trying to have baby on hands and knees. You might notice the legs collapse outwards to the side like that. I want you to trap the legs under baby's hips like this. Trap the knees under baby's hips. So now we have baby in this position. We can bring baby up so the baby can play in the hands and knees position. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to position baby, move baby's body forward so that she is in a nice hands and knees position, and give baby a toy on one side to reach and press the buttons. As baby reaches and presses the buttons on the toy, she has to transition all of her body weight onto her left hand. You can take 2 fingers, give baby some support at her elbows. If that elbow begins to collapse and you notice that head is going down. What we do on the right side, we want to do on the left side. So you're going to take the toy, bring it over to the left side, switch baby's hands, position baby so the baby can reach for the toy, play with the toy with her left hand. We want to do this weight shifting and weight bearing with both hands so that baby is transitioning and shifting her body weight from one side to the next and back and forth as you're playing with baby. Once baby is finished with that, you can gently hold baby around her trunk and gently rock baby front to back. This front to back rocking, you will see some babies doing that on their own as a natural way of just investigating, figuring out how far they can go before they lose their base of support, before they lose their gravity and they tip over onto their heads. Okay? So these are a couple of ways that you can work with your baby and help your baby to actually get used to the crawling position and actually start being able to crawl. We're just doing it one step at a time, simple step by step, and taking it nice and easy with our little one as we're trying to get baby used to crawling. As I said, my name is Cherrick Gordon, aka the Baby Master PT. If you have any questions, drop a comment down below and let me know, and I will make a live for you. Now, I also created a free PDF that I'm going to put in the description. You can click on it, download it on your computer, and print it out, slap it on your refrigerator. It'll help you to keep track of all your baby's milestones from 0 to 12 months and know when your baby's on track and when you might need to reach out and have an extra set of eyes on your little one. Okay? So that's it for today, my friends. I will see you in the next video.